Copyright is interesting because it doesn't protect an idea. The idea needs to become a physical manifestation of the idea, something you can see or something you can hear or something you can touch. Copyright potentially protects both print-based materials but also digital materials as well. The person, generally, who creates the work needs it to be original and/or show skill and judgment. It also needs to be one of 8 specific categories of creative works. By and large, if all these are in place, generally the person who's created this work is given the copyright. And it is, as it sounds, it's a copyright. It's an exclusive right that this person who has created this work has in order to exclusively copy the work. Now in the UK, and generally speaking, copying is very broad. It means reproduction, it means adaptation, it means communicating the works to the public, it means disseminating the works to the public. For example, it means that whilst this person has the exclusive right to do all these things as a reward for creating this original work, only they can give permission to another person if they themselves want to be able to do these things to the work. An employer will own the copyright in anything produced for or on behalf of the organisation by an employee. Conversely, students, freelancers and other contractors, interns and volunteers will own the copyright in anything that they produce. In order to make sure that you can reuse anything that they have created, you need to either ask them to assign you copyright in writing or to get them to give you a license which gives you generous rights to be able to reuse their works. There are 8 different types of creative works that are protected by copyright. Films, music, broadcasts, dramatic works, artistic works, literary works, sound recordings and typographic arrangements. It's important that we can identify these because we need to know both what's in copyright but also what's out of scope. We also need to recognise that often in any one piece of content, particularly mixed or blended media, there may be more than one right. This means that there's often more than one rights holder that needs to be contacted in order for permission to be given. Finally, it's important that we recognise that these different categories of works determine the duration of copyright. Copyright is important because most of the content that we create and curate has the potential to be protected by copyright. Like intellectual property rights generally, we're going to be users of other people's copyright protected works and also generators of our own copyright protected works. If we're going to maximise access to our collection works and to other materials, if we're going to look for new business models in order to make the most of our own copyright protected works, we need to ensure that we manage rights efficiently and we also understand what different licensing terms mean, both those licenses which we grant to third parties, but also those that third parties grant to us for the use of their content. The SCA IPR and Licensing Toolkit can be freely downloaded from the SCA blog. Alternatively, you can download all the resources from the SCA IPR and Licensing e-learning module.